Hi guys, so today I have a tutorial for you using the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay. I feel like, it's hard to say, but I feel like this is like my favorite palette that Urban Decay has put out in like the Naked series. It's so hard to say because like the Naked palette is so near and dear to my heart, but I feel like this is competing for #1. Like this is up there. This is up there. So if you want to see this, I've already done this eye, like my awesome one eye tutorials, right? So I've already done this eye, and if you like this look, then just keep watching and I'll show you how to get the other eye done. So what I'm using today, like for brushes, I'm just going to be using, for the most part, just like the one that came in the Naked 3 palette. And I feel like this is a really awesome brush. I didn't really like the one that came in the Naked 2 palette because it was kind of, I don't know, it kind of hurt your eye when you were doing it, but this is super soft, and I like how thin and flat this is, so you can get like into the inner corners really well with this. And then this kind of fluffier side is really nice for getting just close to like the brow bone, and just not reaching the brow bone, but like really close to it, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. So like just getting right here up to it and not touching the brow bone as much, so you can still have like your room for your highlight. So I really love this brush. So anyways, enough about like the brush and how awesome the palette is. Let's get started with the tutorial. So first I'm going to be taking the color called Mugshot. Super nice. I feel like it's like a brownie taupe color. I'm going to be putting this in the outer kind of 2/3 of the eye using this side of the brush. So I'm just going to get some tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to be putting it here in the outer corner of the eye, bringing it in quite a bit, almost to about midpoint, so you have it like on the outer 2/3 of the eye, that I would say, just on the lid. You can bring it up just a little bit, but I'm just focusing it just on the eyelid. Then after that, I'm going to be taking the color called Trick, which is a super gorgeous kind of goldy shade. It's more like gold than any of the other ones in the palette, and I'm going to be putting that in the middle third of the eye. Oh, just a little bit, like covering where we put the Mugshot color, and just to add a little bit more kind of brightness to it. So I'm just tapping it off and just placing it like right here in the middle. Just like that. Okay. So then I'm going to be taking the color called Buzz, which is a super pretty, looks like really purple. I'm going to be putting that in the inner third of the eye. So tapping off my brush, wiping it off, and I'm just going to be putting this like right here, just like right along this edge here. Just like that. Okay. Then after that, what I'm going to be doing is taking the color called Limit, this pretty matte, it's the lightest of like the two matte shades. I'm going to be putting this in the crease. I'm going to be using this side of the Naked 3 brush. So taking some, tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to first start going like this in windshield wiper motions. And I'm going to grab some more, and I'm going to flip the brush over like this. And just trying to get as close to the brow bone as I can. So you see how it has kind of the really pretty transition shade up there. Then I'm going to be doing is taking the color Strange, this really pretty highlighting color, and I'm going to be putting this as my brow bone highlight. I'm going to use the Sedona Lace 941 brush. It's just a super big flat shader brush, and I'm just going to be putting this underneath my brow bone here. And then I'm going to grab some more of it, and I'm just going to put some kind of like right here in the inner corner, just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, then once I'm done with that, I'm going to be taking the color Nooner, which is the darker of the matte shades in the palette. I'm just going to be taking my brush again from the Naked 3 palette, and just taking a little bit of that, and just to darken up kind of like this crease, just the middle crease right here. Not going too far up towards the brow bone, but just like right here. I'm just going to be taking this windshield wiper motions just to darken this up. So it looks like this. And then I'm going to be taking the color Dark Side. This color right here, it's next to Blackout. And I'm just going to be taking this on an angled brush from Sedona Lace. This is a 407 angled shadow brush. And now I just want to really darken up kind of like this outer crease a little bit. And just right in the crease, right in the socket right here. That's just where I'm placing the color. I'm not going above it or anything, just right in the socket. Okay, so I'm just blending this in like this. I'll just like pull it a little bit out towards, up towards the crease, but that's it. So this is it for the shadow look. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my liner, and I'm going to be using my Jordana Fabuliner and just lining the top lash line. I feel like this is my absolute favorite eyeliner. Like, I used to love Urban Decay's Perversion, but ever since I started using this one again, I'm like in love with this. Okay. So now that I've got my lash line kind of lined, I guess, okay, I'm going to be taking my eyelash curler from Sonia Kashuk and just curling my top lashes. I like to pump it a few times just to get the desired length and curl. Okay, and I think my mascara like dropped somewhere. Found it. Okay. I'm going to be using the Tarte Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. I've actually been really enjoying this mascara. At first, when I first got it, I wasn't liking it like very much at all, but I've really been enjoying it recently because I feel like it adds a lot of length. Not so much volume, but like more length to the lashes, which is something that I really like. Okay. Usually just put about 1 to 2 coats on. Trying to separate my lashes. Okay. So then I have that done, and I'm going to be taking my favorite eyeliner from Urban Decay, which is the one in Stray Dog. And I'm using that just to line the lower lash line, not going into the waterline, but just the outer lash line here. Like the outer third, just like that. And you can if you want to put mascara on like your bottom lashes, but for me, I don't really like to because it kind of transfers and it just doesn't do well on my lower lashes. But if you wanted to, you can just put mascara on your lower lashes just to add more to the look. But this is the finished look. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll have more tutorials to come using the Naked 3 palette. I'll be doing some using like the darker shadows and maybe even some more of the lighter shadows and like a holiday look. So stay tuned for those, and yeah, that's basically it for the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!